Do you ever feel like eating has become so much harder than it should be? It just doesn't make sense that something so basic as eating, something that affects our energy and our mood and our health and our weight every day of our lives, has turned into this constant problem we have to manage. And when eating feels confusing, it can make us feel kind of dumb and foolish, like we should be able to figure this out by now. But the truth is, this is not a personal failure. We are surrounded by this information environment around eating that is overwhelming, right? There's too much advice. Too much of the advice conflicts with other advice that sounds right. A lot of things just sound really sensible, but they don't actually work. Or they're telling us something that's so complex, it feels impossible to apply in a consistent way. So here we are, capable, thoughtful women, succeeding in all aspects of our lives, trying to make good decisions about eating in conditions that don't reliably support calm, sane eating. We're surrounded by foods that are highly stimulating but low in nutrition. And then we're told to rely on moderation and willpower in an environment that is constantly undermining both of those things. So when we think about trying to be more disciplined, I just need to try harder, I need to be more disciplined, it's worth asking a simple question. What exactly are we trying to be disciplined to? Right? That's one of the requirements. Because when guidance is vague or incoherent, the result isn't clarity. The result is constant tweaking and improvising. You try to eat a little less, but then you're hungry and you eat more. You add rules and then you loosen them. The ongoing tweaking is exhausting. And because it's happening inside of you, it's easy to assume you're the problem. But think about it. When something feels perpetually difficult, despite our best efforts, this is often a sign that the issue is not effort, it's structure. Everything changes when guesswork is replaced with real clarity. When you get really super clear about how to eat to get the best results, something very specific happens. All this mental background noise around food just settles down. Hunger feels steadier, cravings lose their grip, eating stops being a problem that needs constant management and solving. It feels easier, not because you're doing less, but because you're no longer fighting yourself. That's what clarity does. And it's important to say this, most people have never experienced that kind of clarity with food. Well, we're taught to moderate. These things aren't really good for you, but just moderate them. We're taught to apply intuition and be as flexible as we can be, eat what we feel like eating, without clear guidance about what actually works for our body. So calm eating, confident eating that gives us great results, it just remains really elusive. It doesn't matter how much effort we put in, we're not getting anywhere. And that's strange when you think about it, because eating affects every area of our lives. It's too important to be handled by constant improvising and second guessing. So over time I realized this is why Eating Solved needs to exist. So Eating Solved is a clear guided entry into a way of eating that actually works with the body predictably and reliably. It's not about deprivation or counting calories. It's not about eating less, because that's not what allows the body to function well. Instead, Eating Solved provides clear, specific guidance around nourishment. How much protein and fats, how much fruits and vegetables and whole grains does the body actually need to be well? We focus on eating enough of the foods that reliably nourish the body. And then energy stabilizes, we're giving support to our metabolism, and the constant stress around food just begins to fade away. When nourishment is restored consistently, the body relaxes. And when the body relaxes, the mind relaxes, and all kinds of beneficial things start happening so naturally. Instead of improvising, people finally have something solid to follow. So that's what I created Eating Solved to provide. Clarity you can trust, coherence, something that holds together, and relief from having to figure this out over and over again. If you'd like to learn more about Eating Solved, you can click below and decide for yourself. All right.